but more jurisdiction than cops.
I wanted to be a cop until I saw that movie End of Watch, and I was like, I'm out.
Jake Gyllenhaal's crying. Fuck this.
Dude, that and Southpaw, dude, fucking got me going. I was like, I can't be a boxer or a cop.
Mine was Breakback Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that'll keep you from being gay.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Or push you a little in.
Yeah.
It'll make you make a decision.
If I was going to fuck any guy, I'd be Heath Ledger.
I get it.
And I mean that wholeheartedly, so clip that.
He is dead, you know.
Clip number one.
No, rest in peace.
You fuck his corpse.
No, I'm not going to fuck his corpse, but if I was alive during Brokeback Mountain and I was in the movie, yeah, I'd fuck him.
If I got one chance to resurrect someone,
yeah,
I'm not thinking about it. It's Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, yeah.
Heath Ledger is the
we do
dude.
the Joker impression one more time. We do the Joker impression one more time while we cuddle.
That'd be nice.
Are you the big spoon or the little spoon?
Whatever he wants me to be.
That's a good answer.
You just snorted like 6 lines of Ambien.
And now he's gone again.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's the butterfly effect. It's still going to happen.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, at some point he would be, I don't know what movie character. I wish he was in the Joker that they did with Lady Gaga. That'd be awesome. Because that was such a fucking bomb. But like if
Which one was that one?
It was the Joker 2 with Joaquin Phoenix and Tim Dillon went on that whole rant. He was like the biggest Hollywood bomb of the year. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a $300 million fuck up, which is unreal.
Yeah, and $300 million and you decide to make it a musical, like those do well.
I just don't know why anyone thought that was a good idea. Like, I get there's a director in there. I've never been in Hollywood, but like you would think that would be, people be like, hey, this is a shitty script. Let's not do this.
Yeah, like you just have to take it because it says Joker on it. You could just say no. I'm pretty sure they like gave him the money before they saw the script. Like
people want to see a school bus of children blow up, you know, in the Joker movie. They don't want to see like Lady Gaga and the Joker like finding love and through song.
Right. The Joker doesn't need to be trying to get better. Let's just see the crazy.
Yeah.
Massive fuck up. Well, I don't want to be a cop for that reason.
Mine was I was in there with George Floyd happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some weird. You'd go to class and you'd have a lecture for today, and then that popped up on the screen. So I had a professor goes, well, so we need to talk about this.
All the white guys are like, fuck.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to sit this one out.
Fuck, today was going to be such a good day. I'm not hungover this time. I planned on paying attention today.
And now I'm a honky again.
Yeah. Now we're back to not talking for sure.
I'm glad that everyone forgot about Trayvon Martin. Well, not everyone, but that was a bad one.
George Zimmerman didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Neighborhood Watch. The unsung heroes.
It's because he was Mexican, that's why.
The unsung heroes. Those fucking assholes.
There's nothing better than someone in Neighborhood Watch who just takes it way too seriously.
Have you ever been pulled over by a Neighborhood Watch guy?
No, I would tell him to go kill himself.
Is that a thing?
Did, yes. Where my parents live, I was trying to do landscaping when I got out of college just for quick cash.
Yeah.
And I was doing a bid on this guy's house and I was waiting for him to get back. So I was just kind of sitting in front of someone's house for a little bit and a Neighborhood Watch guy pulled up and he goes, hey, what are you doing? And I go, hey, what are you doing? He's like, we got a call. I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm sitting on the side of someone. No one can see I'm over here.
And then you're also like, why the fuck do you have a gun? This is a suburban
home.
There's an elementary school in this neighborhood. Why do you need that?
I know they don't issue snub-nosed 6-round shooters, you fucking asshole.
The guy's just a Neighborhood Watch with a Desert Eagle. Like,
Just wearing Crocs. Like,
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
He's wearing a fucking bullet belt.
He's got the Dirty Harry 44.
yeah.
You feeling lucky, punk? Yeah, I do, actually.
Did I fire 6 shots or only 5?
I haven't seen a Neighborhood Watch in a while, though. I think there's like 1 or 2 in our neighborhood in Uptown that like patrol, but they just have like a little stick, you know.
They're doing a terrible job. Haven't you been broken into like 3 times?
Yeah, someone stole my golf clubs. It was whatever.
What do you mean they have like a little stick? Like they're just walking around like with a cane? Just
Well,
like,
I don't know what
that's
it's
their
called.
weapon of choice.
You know, that little like nightstick, the stick
the
with
baton.
the little, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it's what,
Gotcha.
Respect my authority.
Yeah.
pretty much. It's like, well, I have a gun, so you're fucked.
You could do your best to Nancy Kerrigan me, but it's not going to work. I'm just going to get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get Trayvon Martin.
Jesus Christ. Well, on that note,
He was wearing a hoodie.
You know, some people would call what George Zimmerman did at being a hero. What do you have? Half a pack of Skittles? That was what he had?
Klansman?
I was going to say, and those people live in Beaumont, Texas.
Did that happen in Texas?
No, I think it was Florida.
Trayvon Martin was
Same
in
thing.
Florida?
Yeah, I
That's
think it was
weird.
Miami.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I mean, anyone could have made that mistake.
Yeah. Two sides of the same coin.
You're just on your shift for neighborhood watch. You've had one too many whiskeys. You know, you're playing with your gun. You see a kid walk across the street having some Skittles. You're like, let's change.
Yeah.
Let's
Your
mix
wife
things
may
up.
or may not have called you a bitch that day right before your shift.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Got to go up for my shift. You're like, Jerry, you asked to do this. Shut up.
You don't even get paid.
It's like you shot Derek Jeter, dude.
The amount of times you say it's your civic duty. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, it's no one's civic duty to be a neighborhood watch. It's the same thing with those people who patrol parking lots in college. We used to go and throw rocks at him. You'd be like writing tickets in a parking lot. You're like, go to hell.
I have a friend who's a cop, and he'll get like overtime pay to like just like sit in the parking lot at some random warehouse, and he just like watches Netflix the whole time.
I get that.
Like, yeah,
Good on that guy.
yeah. He's just like hungover. Like
Still,
fuck,
I'm not on the job today to stop whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting in the car.
dude. Yeah, I'm just a presence.
I'd like to think in that warehouse parking lot, he's doing like the 21 Jump Street gun flip by himself. He's like, your gun's loaded, right? He's like, no, of course it's not. He's like, there's no fun in that.
Finger popping each other's assholes.
Yeah, finger popping each other's assholes. What happened to that woman? She had the best line in those movies.
In that whole movie, and then nothing.
Then Jonah Hill just became the biggest bitch on the planet.
Right. Can you not take pictures with those hot dudes? You're like, shut up. You have hundreds of millions of dollars because you played 8 people in one movie about baseball.
Yeah, it is true, though, that if you lose the weight, Blake, keep this in mind. I'm also keeping it in mind. But if you lose the weight, then you're not going to get booked.
Yeah.
Jonah
You're not gonna
Hill,
get booked.
everyone hates him now. But when he
You're
was
gonna go
fat,
crazy.
Yeah.
And you're going to look like an asshole. You're going to bleach blonde your hair and wear those stupid stoicism glasses.
I'm gonna do it. I don't care.
I'm here for it. I am a little disappointed you're not in the costume, but it's whatever.
It was like 50-50. I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
You wear costumes?
So the first
Only
time
when Henry
came
is
on-
here.
When
One
Henry
for
came
one.
on, he was just like, "Should I wear a bunny suit?" And I was like, "Yes," because if anyone asks you that question, you can't say no, or
Yeah,
you're
you
just
have
an
to do it.
asshole.
Yeah.
Here's the real story. So I bought a bunny suit because I want to go like surprise my niece for Easter last
Which is
year.
very sweet.
That is wholesome.
And I got sick, so I didn't get to wear it. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to wear it on the podcast.
I'm gonna get my money's worth here.
And he was out, and I was just chilling here at the house. And I hadn't met Henry before, and he knocked on the door. And I'm in the bunny costume. He's like, am I in the right place? Like, is this where the podcast is?
Did we ever talk about why I got held up?
No, I don't remember.
I had to go to the bank for some reason, and I got stuck behind a Mexican woman and her 5 children just at the bank. It looked like the stereotypical, like if you were making a racist joke, like they were all just playing tag, running a circle around like the deposit tellings booth.
Yeah.
And I walked in and go, I don't think I want the money anymore.
Those fucking classic Guadalupes, dude. That's all they do. We were at Chipotle the other week, and there was a woman who ordered like 10 bowls, I guess, for her, her whole family and stuff. And then like everyone was being a dick to her in line, and she like went and pouted in the corner afterwards. And I was just like, you are the scum of this earth. Let's get ICE on the phone now.
Let's get the Zimmermans
You gotta get out of here. We at least got to check.
Yeah, giving someone a hoodie and then pulling the George Zimmerman. That's the key.
Hey, it looks cold. There you go.
Yeah, give him a bunny suit.
It's never cold here. Have we been recording this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
we might
sweet.
cut it out. We have,
I feel like we got some gems.
We do this too often of where it'll just be like an hour in and I've just said some heinous shit. I said like 10 times.
Yeah.
Because I had witnessed a rape in the dog park and I was like, wow, I've never seen
Jesus
something like that.
Christ,
Wait.
that was
Was it between humans or dogs?
Dogs.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes that
okay.
a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
just next time, just don't ask that question. Just go with the at least better.
What would you have said if we were like, "There's a human involved"? You know?
Maybe you should let your dog off the leash.
Yeah.
I should have called the neighborhood watch.
I gotta stop.
dude,
I gotta
right
stop
there.
bringing that up. I brought that dog up way too many times, and it's
Well, it seems like it's stuck on your mind.
yeah, because it was just so weird. This bulldog mounted a golden retriever, and the golden retriever's owner freaked out, and then the bulldog's owner was like, "Oh, not again," and goes and pulls him off. And they didn't even leave the fucking park; they just made him sit off to the side. I was like, "What?
You at least got to go to a different park.
You got to at least leave the park.
You got to
dude."
move him around like it's a fucking cardinal from the Catholic
Yeah,
Church.
I don't know what the procedure is for dog parks or like how you interact with others, but I'm pretty sure if your dog mounts another one, you got to leave.
Yeah.
That just seems like normal.
Also, if I have a dog and it's getting mounted, I might kill it. I don't want a whore dog, you know?
And if I got a
want
golden
an alpha
retriever
dog.
and a bulldog is getting on top, if the golden retriever's getting on top, bloodline's pure, but
Yeah.
not a bulldog, man.
Yeah, those things are messed up.
Just a golden retriever coming out with that needs a CPAP machine after it's done. That's the prettiest dog I ever seen. Oh, take your hand off its mouth.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your dog? It stopped breathing. Are you going to do anything? I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
Well, it's because the neighborhood watch shot it.
What's his name? Trayvon?
Yeah, I was wearing a hoodie.
Yes. Oh, yes.
We're going to clip the first 30 minutes of this and get
This is for Blake for later.
Yeah.
God,
Blake
this
needs
is,
some dark shit.
this is the best 30 minutes nobody can see.
Do you guys get a lot of dark shit like initially, or is it usually harder to break people open?
Oh, it's so hard to break people open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards the very end, you can get, for example, like it took a while for us to get over on RJ Prince.
Yeah.
And then at like the hour mark itself, he goes, I'll just shove cinnamon rolls up my ass.
Nice.
He's like, okay, so it's an hour.
Yeah.
It's an hour on average to get him to stop being uncomfortable.
Meanwhile, old Reese and I come in here, we're like, Trayvon Martin. Let's break it
Let's
down.
light this fire, dude. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
So y'all are here for a reason. First off, thank y'all for coming back to watch another episode of the Dingbat District podcast. We've got a very exciting one coming on with a returning guest and a new friend. So y'all make some noise for, oh God, I just looked you dead in the eyes. Forgot your name. Oh
That's
my God.
Trayvon.
Yeah, that's Trayvon. I know you can't recognize me with the headphones.
He's
Well,
not
it
wearing
was-
the hoodie.
It was that, and I go H, and then I was go Hank, Hank out. It's not. We've got Henry Schroeder and Reese Jefferies coming back on, and they're here to talk about because they have a podcast that they're promoting, and they just started that. So we all go ahead and talk about your podcast and where they can find it.
Yeah, it is the Roadmules podcast, and it's available anywhere you do podcasting.
Right.
You know, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcast or whatever, and then Amazon as well.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll post stuff I mean, as long as we're not too hungover, which,
Yeah, we're pushing the podcast episode release back to Tuesday this week due to a hangover. The editing's not going to get done
it's supposed to be Saturdays. We just push it back 3 days every time.
every time, and it's
Might as well release on Tuesdays. Now.
it's become Mondays, but now it's going to Tuesdays. But the whole concept about road meals, we wanted road beers because, like there's nothing better than a road beer, but we want it to feel like you're drinking a Moscow Mule in the passenger seat of a long road trip or something. That's something that my mother would do when I was a kid, when she was driving the car.
Here, Henry, take over.
Yeah,
Take the wheel.
that's all.
Mama's got to take a sip.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's Chardonnay and a Xanax, man. That's the key to the best drive.
Yeah, Mom starts singing, and the whole car smells like rich mommy kisses. Hey, Mom, did you
much.
drink that bagged wine before we got in the car?
Well, she'd turn around and smack me. I'd be like, dude, those nails must have been like $500. What?
Stop hitting me like you hit the bag. Yo, wino.
We tried for like two months. We were like, what's the name of this pod? And then everything we tried to come up with was like already taken. And then like one day we're just like, fuck it, road meals. We got drunk on meals the night before. We're like, fuck it, road meals, dude. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
There were a few of them. I think one was 4th and 40. We wanted that one.
Yeah.
That one's fun.
Because we do a lot of football references. We talk about running the ball a lot, which is just simple.
There you go.
Run the damn ball, dude.
Oh, the old ground and pound offense. Dude.
We're all about running the football. Dive left, dive right. If we're getting crazy, maybe power. I don't know.
Give me that trap.
Yeah.
Give me the 0-1 trap. Give me a pulling guard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
well-
all day long because I was a center that loved to collapse on the fucking two-tech.
Yeah, well, Reese has got plenty of offensive linemen in his bag, so we got plenty to pull from.
Yeah, not the girl last night though. She was good.
Yeah, no, she was good looking.
She was 43, but she was yeah.
That's Brett
She can still
Favre.
move. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers still making it work. Yeah. He's going to get a new contract somehow.
All those ayahuasca.
Reese is signing a 1-year deal with plans to move.
Well, people will ask Reese to describe the girl he was with. He's like, "You ever seen the offensive tackle for Georgia?"
Yeah.
He's like, "That's her." Man, all right.
It's better than a guard.
Yeah, but
At least you got to tackle.
Yeah, they can still move. They can still pull. It's fine.
can they?
They're a little agile. They can move on their feet.
Big Country was out and about last night, and surely she cannot pull.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah. Well, anyways, though, Paxton, thanks for having us on. Block A, it's great to see you as well.
Of course. And from what I remember, Roadmules is y'all are both retired college players.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just the premise, I guess, is we're both quote unquote failed college athletes,
There you go.
and so we kind of discuss that, and then just what doing comedy is like on a weekly basis. Very simple.
So you played football at JMU, James Madison. Where
Yeah.
did you play?
I played baseball, did a junior college year, and then did a little bit at Baylor. So.
Oh, really? You played at Baylor?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I could have said baseball too, but let me figure it out because you've got one of 3 positions on a build.
Yeah.
So I don't think you were infield because it would be mid infield, but something's telling me outfield.
He's a shortstop.
I played shortstop in high school, and then when I was at JUCO, I played third and first base. I was a lot bigger.
Really? Are you lefty?
No, I'm a righty, and then when I went to Baylor, I was a pitcher. So
okay.
Yeah, PO.
He's gonna get emotional about this.
Yeah, this is my whole life. Like I when I was 12 years old, I was literally voted like the best baseball player in the country.
Fuck you, really?
Yeah, because
He was a prodigy.
Yeah, I was. I threw 86 miles an hour when I was 12 years old.
God,
Holy
damn.
And like,
shit.
our team won like 140 games in a row. We'd go to cities and get interviewed and all this stuff, like by news crews, and so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, now I'm doing fucking comedy. So
Now you're doing the dingbat podcast.
Yeah,
life hits hard, dude.
That it
Were you
does.
playing around here, like in these youth leagues, or are you from somewhere else?
I'm from Houston. I've done like some beer league softball things, but it gets really awkward. It's like I'll make a really good play, and they're like, "You're not a D class. Like you need
If we need help, will you come pick up on our softball team?
Oh yeah, you're on that team, right? Yeah.
We need some help on Monday nights every once in a
Dude,
while.
let me get me out there. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, we need help every Monday night for sure. But sometimes we have people that can't come. So
Where do y'all play?
it's Richardson, I think.
Yeah.
Finish
Yeah,
ball.
I've been there. Yep.
I think I
It's
know
fun.
what you're
It's
talking
just-
about.
Last week was hell, dude. It was so
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Everyone out, like, we play all the people that need to win that game or they're going to go home and hit their wife. Like, it is bad. They care too much. And I'm there with, like, all of the backdoor comics. I'm like, guys, I had to teach all these guys how to play, like, a year ago. Like, give us a second.
They go home like, Sharon, I was 0 for 4. You're fucked.
I went and saw a game, and I was like, God, this is fucking rough.
Is it bad? Yeah.
Some fucking comic caught it in the outfield. Get out of here.
So do you let them win to avoid, domestic abuse?
Yeah. You let them win. Yeah.
Well,
it's all
great.
for them.
That's nice. Yeah. Some people will call that being, doing the Lord's work.
doing the Lord's work.
Charity.
We're doing the Lord's work, losing 15-1 every time. And the thing was, like, we had one game that we got to the 3rd inning and we were up 3-2, and then it got rained out. And we're like, that's a win. That's a win. But the other team was home when they canceled it, so they had to come back. They fucking pussy walloped us. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
The final score came back like 18-2. Like, I don't think that's mathematical. You should have stopped it earlier. What the hell happened?
I don't know if I could join one of those like sports leagues because I would just be such a dick.
Yeah.
Like I would talk shit. I'd be like, why don't you go home and hit your wife? She probably doesn't love you anyways.
The first league before I joined a comedy one, I was an asshole.
Yeah.
There was a pitcher on one of the other teams that would talk shit before the pitch. He's like, he kept telling me, I dare you, and he threw 2 balls and then he finally gave me a strike, and I just hung it and flatlined it over the shortstop, and it bounced. I go, I double dog dare you, bitch! Grab my nuts as I'm rounding second, and then one of my friends is like, yo, you've got to calm down. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. He's a lot larger than I am. He's just this. He looked like James Harden if he was on roids, just the full beard and everything. I was like, yo, I need to calm down.
Wearing like a hockey mask. Like, yeah.
He might have.
Are there any like hardcore tryhards who are like wearing cleats and shit?
Oh, I wear cleats.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you gotta
you're
wear
one of them.
cleats, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also at first, so I don't just want to slip.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm wearing cleats.
Do you ever like? Are you ever? You knock one out of the park. You're rounding the bases. You just like kind of clip someone's ankle. You're like, you know what? Why don't we make sure they can't walk home to
I'm
eat
lucky
their
to
wife?
get the ball in play right now.
Okay.
But there was a guy that hung 2 dead center home runs on us, and we're playing on the biggest field I've played on since high school. Like,
Okay.
it's probably close to 300 dead center. Just nailed it 2 times straight to the outfield. He's sitting on the bench because after you hit 2 home runs, it's an out. And
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
And I had to walk over and go, hey, just so you know, it hurts just the same. Like, you don't have to be all sad.
I didn't know. So I played like a competitive like USSSA or something softball tournament one time, and I didn't know. I met these guys on like fucking. I just Googled teams, and my first at bat I hit a home run, and I didn't know that you're not really supposed to run the bases when you hit a home run, and I'm just sitting there trotting around like I'm in the fucking World Series, and they're like, dude, fucking sit down. It's
Right.
Saturday. It's 9 a.m. Like,
Hell yeah.
Why are you not allowed to run the bases?
They
it's
just
like,
want time to go by quicker.
yeah, they just want to move it. But I'm just sitting
That's
there, just
stupid.
like,
Yeah, I haven't hit a home run since I was 13. Fuck off.
My baseball career ended because I went to that prom. It's the whole reason why I'm here.
I did. This is bad. When I was in college, junior college, I skipped our regional to go to prom.
Nice.
That's really all. I'm not going to get into it, but we always talk about like if I just wouldn't have gone to that prom, dude.
What was his name?
Could have just got a pinch hit at bat. Things would have been different. I wouldn't be doing fucking comedy, dude.
If I didn't go to that fucking prom.
Go to that fucking prom, dude.
Fucking boutonniere.
Be a relief pitcher for the Yankee.
Dude, yeah.
And you can keep your beard, too.
Yeah, they're allowing beards now.
Yeah.
Big deal. Yep, baseball. Yep.
You could have
Wait,
been
they're
like,
allowing beards on the Yankees?
Yeah.
you could have been like the next Roger Clemens or something.
Yeah.
But with Blue Chew instead of steroids.
Just take a Blue Chew before the game, just visibly bricked up on national television.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Hey, sometimes you got to rearrange the furniture. I get it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Did you ever pull the bad move of wearing not a sports girdle with your cup in baseball and just having the cup just fucking work out?
Well, so what was good about infielder, you got to wear a cup, and I don't need a big cup, you know what I mean? But like when you're a pitcher, you don't have to wear a cup at all. You can just,
Oh,
yeah.
because the
Yeah.
crossover.
Yeah, because like if you get hit in the like you did something wrong, you kind of just got to take that. You know?
No,
But,
that makes sense.
yeah, I don't miss wearing a cup, dude. Oh my god.
So I was a catcher for a long time.
Yeah.
And I never minded wearing a cup because even when you get rocked in the cup, it still hurts.
Oh, you
but,
still
like,
feel it. Yeah.
You still feel it, but it's a lot worse than just, hey, how's it going? Give me a second over here. But there was one time, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just wore boxers and then I tried to put my cup in that. And then I hit like a little grounder out to shortstop and I'm running to first and the cup falls out my pant leg.
Oh.
I don't even make it to first before I hit the ground laughing. I can't even keep going. I just have to go fucking brush off my cup with all the dirt on it and then try and stick it back in.
Oh, God. That's why I never wore a cup. I was like, whatever happens, happens. I guess in football, you don't need to do it as much. I only had like my dick grabbed like twice at the bottom of a pile.
Really?
Yeah.
And then that's when you just punch somebody in the Adam's apple.
Oh,
What goes on at the bottom of those piles?
A lot of yelling. But there's always one guy who does grab dick. And it's just kind of like, why are you doing this, man? But most college football locker rooms probably have like 1 to 5 gay people. Like, I'm almost certain of it.
yeah. I never got like... My dick never got grabbed, but we had one dirty ass scout team dude that was always punching.
Yeah.
Because he was just like this little. He was probably 5'2", but 300-pound Mexican dude.
Oh, yeah.
Jorge something.
Yeah.
But he was already down there, so he'd just throw uppercuts at my ball bag, and my coach would always get mad while I was laying at the ground. I'm like, you could fucking get Jorge over there.
You're like, what are you
I'm
doing?
done.
What are you doing down there, Jorge? Making fucking flautas? Huh? Fucking beating that up so you can
The
burn?
meat's tender. Fuck off.
Yeah, if someone grabs your dick in football, you just got to hit them back, and you got to figure out who it is. It's kind of like, finding the neighborhood watch guy who killed your dog. You aggressively hunt them, you find them, and then you burn their house down, whatever it takes.
And you can't be seen doing it. It's like that old Segura bit by walking by a shitty kid. And you just gotta smack him on the forehead, but by accident.
Yeah,
Ow.
no, exactly. Or you like reach through their helmet and try to get their eyes or something.
Oh, poke him in the eyes
Yeah.
like fucking old Three Stooges.
I haven't played football in a while. I just thought about that sitting on the bench in college. That was pretty much what I did. I was like, okay, I could definitely fuck one of these dudes up.
I didn't even make it that far. I quit my junior year to get a job because I was that kind of bad. I just hated playing center.
Oh yeah, center is brutal.
Well, offensive line in general is brutal, but
Yeah.
center was such a bitch.
Were you long snapper too?
Yeah, I tried to, like, if they would have let me just be the long snapper or play defense instead of just being the center, I would have probably continued to play.
Yeah.
But also, I was tired of not having any money.
Yeah.
So then I was one of those white trash kids that worked at Walmart.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Well, you could have just taken what you deserve from Jorge and had all the money in the world, as
Honestly,
in $5.
At a certain point, I should have just taken the hint, and me and Jorge should have just hooked up.
Yeah.
That would have been such a nice
Yeah.
little meet cute.
Yeah.
He'd been beating the shit out of my dick for years. Why not for the rest of our lives?
Yeah. Film it, put it online. Never know what can happen.
Yeah. PB&J. There we go.
But yeah, the prom thing is a reoccurring thing that we talk about a lot in our podcast. We also talk a lot about the corporate world because we're both in the corporate world to a degree.
Oh, no.
And we'll hate a lot on work happy hours and just what goes on in those environments because it's for team building and stuff, but really it tears the team apart.
It's just for louder water cooler talk.
Yeah, louder water cooler talk.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they're like, did you hear like so-and-so cheated on their fucking wife and this or that? And you're like, I didn't need to hear this.
Yeah. She seemed like a nice lady and worked in payroll. I don't want to fucking.
I'm just at work happy hours, just like stirring up rumors. You know.
I know. My parents try to get me to go to those. I'm like, you don't want me to be the face of the company.
Oh yeah.
The last work group we went to, some dude kept trying to like get me to become a Christian. And I was just, it was 2 p.m. I was drinking a margarita pissed off because it was just shitty finger food.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, so I sell real estate, but I also sell Jesus. And he slid a card across the table. I was like, dude, you're not going to sell. Just stop. Please stop
You're
right
probably thinking in the back of your head, you're like, I do not get fucking paid enough to deal with this, you know? Like,
now. Mom, Dad, fucking hire someone that's not your son.
that's the problem with work happy hours is I don't believe that I'm paid enough to be there for the team building and stuff.
I'll do all the work. I crawl under homes for a living. I'll do that all day long as I never have to go to a meet and greet.
Yeah.
I would agree. And it's not that it only gets worse with a bigger company. The bigger the company, the worse it is because you're trying. They're like, go and network, with the vice presidents and stuff like that. I'm like, these guys suck. They don't like me because I'm not a woman. And like, don't you know they're trying to get laid here?
Yeah.
Like, and it's not me.
It's 2 qualifications, not just one. It's woman and big tits, not just having tits and not being a woman. They're not pleased.
Yeah, no, they don't care about my
They
tits.
feel bamboozled.
They do feel bad.
We'll go to these happy hours, and it's like a feeding ground because it's always like whoever's the most senior, everyone's just trying to like suck their dick or whatever.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking sheep.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But we'll have a 2-drink maximum kind of like unspoken policy. So I'll just like bring a flask or something, just like fuck around. It's just like, where's the after party, guys?
It's been here the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
I still could see you buying drink tickets from other people for like way more than the drink ticket's actually worth.
Reese, you already bought my 2 drink tickets. And you're like, what about your wife's?
She's still got some. I know she's harboring those. Yeah.
She's been sitting on that one drink. I know she's got another.
I'll give you $100 for a Miller Lite, dude. I don't care.
Instead of like work happy hours, they should just like go to the gun range. That way you can get like all your anger out and like not on the other people, but like if you really hate your fucking boss,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
load into like some picture of them with an AR-15. That would be kind of fun.
That would be neat. They can do that. They have Osama bin Laden, and those are tired, and he's been long dead at this point. So.
Do you think if you went to the gun range and like put up a picture of Anthony Fauci, do you think anyone would like look at you funny?
Dude, they would give you the gun range.
Yeah.
You would become the sole owner.
You're a hero.
Yeah.
It'd be called Fauci's Firearms from then on out.
Hey, he was pardoned, so.
Did he really?
Yeah, he is.
pardoned,
He was pardoned.
For what? We don't know, but.
Mark my
Insider
words,
trading.
dude. Whenever he dies, it won't be by my hands, but I'm going to go and pee on his grave. Swear to God. 2 years.
It was such a weird pardon time too because it was like back in 2014.
Was that when he got pardoned?
Yeah.
He got pardoned in 2014?
Yeah.
I thought he got.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was like a date to it. Okay.
No.
Is there like a statute of limitations, I guess, on a pardon? Or a pardon? So like...
Not if the president's given it.
If you're pardoned by the president, I'm pretty sure it's just like whatever happened.
Full-on
you're
immunity
out.
from then on out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the guy from the Silk Road that was in prison that Trump gave a pardon to. Like he just got out and then like there was no consequences. He got, his $400 million in Bitcoin. I'm like, he couldn't have timed that up better. 10 years in prison and then you get $400 billion or $1 million.
Yeah, that's what used to happen in the mob. Like, do 10 years and you're going to be sitting on a bank of cash buried in your backyard.
Good fellas. They're like cooking Italian food in the fucking prison.
It's like better when I'm making for dinner. Like,
You go to reach for the Italian seasoning in the cupboard and you're like, oh, a stack of money came out.
like, really?
Wow.
They were also like doing Oxy in Goodfellas in prison, or at least the main guy was.
Yeah, Hank Hill was.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
I'm there for that.
They have my buddy went to a restaurant where they have a wine pairing. It's all like prison wine, which I'm pretty sure is just like toilet water. I'm pretty sure that's how they make that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some hooch?
Is it? Yeah. So he said it was good though. I don't know.
What do you pair this with? A lot of screaming at night.
I've never thought about that. I can't do it, Kermit.
I don't do
can't do
impressions
it.
at all.
I can do a couple impressions, but then they just go so fast. Like, I learned how to do the Ralph Wiggum at one point. Like, I'm in danger.
That one's fun. Yeah.
I can't think of any. I've tried a lot of impressions. I've tried a lot of Jew voices. But none of them have really landed. But it's like, oh, I'm Eric Goldstein.
You have a good Jew voice.
I can't do it like on command. It's more of something I think I can only do in stand up.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're up there and you're kind of like on the ledge and you're like, oh, fuck it, this is either going to work or it's not.
You're describing that like a frat party game of beer pong.
Yeah.
It's only when I'm in the pocket.
You've bombed like 4 minutes. Like, I know what these guys want, dude.
Yeah.
I know what these guys need to hear.
It's time to bring it out.
Mort.
What were we talking about the other day? We were talking about that one.
The Family Guy.
Yeah, there was a Family Guy bit where they're like, oh, like Mort's cousin's opening up the show in Vegas. And he goes up there, he's like, does anyone have a quarter? And then he takes the quarter and then walks off the stage and you hear his car starting in the background.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, thank you. That's the bet. Mort, is it Goldschmidt or Goldstein?
I don't know. It's
Goldsmith? No, not.
I don't know.
Peter Schmidt.
Is it Peter Schmidt?
That's his
No,
dad.
that's his dad.
Yeah, or father-in-law.
The best Jew character, though, outside of the pianist in that one movie.
I don't know. Don Knotts. He's not really necessarily a Jew character.
No, the pianist was a Jew character, I'm pretty sure.
Wait,
You seen that movie, The Pianist?
I don't think
That's a movie?
It's a movie about World War II, and this guy's a
Adrian
pianist.
Brody,
Only Blake got it, but this guy's like this talented pianist, and he's running from the Nazis the whole movie.
Oh, I think we're lost over here. No, the best Jew character is Kyle's cousin Kyle on South Park.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about him.
The Little League.
Very cold in here.
For some reason, I was thinking Token, but whatever.
It's like I have asthma. Token, you're a black guy. There's a bass in your basement. Oh, motherfucker.
Kiss it. Kiss my black ass.
Oh shit. Dude, that's like one of the top 10 South Park episodes.
The Little League one? Yeah.
where
It's
Randy
my number
says
3.
The
Yeah.
N-word.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah. No, because we were talking about this. Sorry, we were talking about it because like the rest of the episode, he doubles down on it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just known as the N-word guy. You know, he just goes around.
Well, the best part of it is where he does the spoken word.
Yeah.
Where he's at like this like local open mic and they're playing bongos. And fill me with your hate.
And then like Michael Richards comes out and like all the people have been canceled for saying the N-word.
I still don't think there's anything better than the shitty airlines bit. So
South Park?
yeah, so it's the same dude that runs Shitty Walk. So like trying to go, they're trying to go to Canada for Ike, and they call up and goes, "Oh, hello, welcome to Shitty Walk. Can I take an order, please?" And he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh no, we're trying to go to Canada. Oh, I'm on my please. Hello, Shitty Airlines. Can I take an order, please?"
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're 4 kids trying to go to Canada. Oh, 4 kids, Canada. Right of money, about $6,000.
Dude, the city walk guy's top 5 in that show, and he's not 5. I love when like the 2 cripple kids go and they're like just trying to get takeout, but they're dressed as Crips. Remember they just joined the cripple gang, and then he calls the police. He's like, "Two Crip, come rob my store." And it's just, it's Jimmy and Timmy in a wheelchair.
China, Japan, what the dip?
Did you guys ever watch that weird Butters episode where Butters, like, his parents think he's going crazy and he's seeing the therapist and the therapist is, like, pissing on him? Yeah. And the therapist is the Shitty Walk guy.
Or his the Butters and his grandma. Stop, you little bitch. You can take that, you little stupid bitch.
There's so many good parts of that show. I mean, I can talk about South Park like all day.
Oh yeah, I've seen myself become more and more like Randy Marsh, and I'm like, this is probably not a good thing.
He does have Randy Marsh energy.
Tigwoody.
All right, Sharon. Okay.
That's, like, one character, like, how he started to where he is now. He's, like, one of the top characters in
He
that
became,
show.
he
sure.
became the show. Like,
Yeah.
Tegrity Farms was like the funniest bit
Yeah.
that they could have. They probably stretched it too far, but like him and Towley running a weed farm,
Yeah.
perfect.
So good.
Fucking funny. And the member berries. Just
yeah.
completely
Yeah.
overrun everything. Did you make it to that part?
I don't remember.
That was the
part,
season
no.
finale. I remember when the Whole Foods or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like they were like nostalgia berries, and nostalgia is what's killing everyone and why everyone's going to shit is because everyone's like no one's progressing anymore. Everyone's just going back and loving shit from when they were a kid.
It was deeply symbolic, but it was
It was
like this
really
is
symbolic, but just based around grapes. And they're stupid.
Acid works way better for Trey Parker and Matt Stone than it ever has for me. I just like freak out.
Oh,
The
You've
2
done
times
acid?
I've done it.
Really?
The 2 times I've done it, I'm certain I've died. Like,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
It sounds-
and you're locked in for 12 hours. It's not
Yeah.
like fun.
Yeah.
that's my thing. Is it sounds nice and appealing. Like if drugs can make. If I could be 2 hours, I could do 2 hours. I could do an hour. That's why I like weed at this point. It's an hour and then
Yeah.
you're done. But then like past that, like even like an edible, I'm like, I got to be in this for 4 hours. Like, what if something comes up?
Like an acid trip is a commitment, and I'm bad with commitment, I guess is what I'm saying. And so
That's really.
So, side note, you're single.
no, I have a girlfriend, unfortunately, and she's
He
gonna,
is held down.
she's going to kill me. She'll kill me over this, surely. She's a neighborhood watch.
And you're wearing a
her secrets.
sweatshirt.
I did shrooms one time on a beach, which is a good place to try shrooms, but I did the classic, like, oh, I'll take a few, and then I was like, oh, I don't feel it. I just took the whole chocolate bar type thing.
Yeah.
And I did freak out later because my friend posted a picture of us, like, on the beach, and I thought I had died. And so, because he posted that, and I was like, oh, that's my, like, memorial. He's, like, remembering me, and I was butt naked, and I got in his bed, and I was like, did I die? He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Seems to be a typical narrative with psychedelics. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, well, it was fun until I thought I died.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're in a Tarantino movie watching your own life. Huh, this is weird.
I found the sweet spot though with mushrooms. Though I usually take some shrooms and I'll walk up to my local bar and I'll just play that golden tea machine for like a few hours. And you wouldn't believe, like, I'll get a crowd around me by the end of it. They're like, look at him, he's so committed. And it's just like you're kind of in the zone, and there's no like agenda with that. Like, you're just playing the golden tea, you're rolling the ball back and forth. You know, you got some feeling and some touch.
You got one of those old sets, pair of headphones, just playing Tom Sawyer by Rush on repeat.
He's 40 yards from the hole, just got the driver out.
No, I usually make Reese come with me and cue up like 20 minutes of Kanye. This was
Yeah, dude, I love taking over at Touch Tunes and just playing Kanye, dude. It's so fun. People hate it so much.
Does it
What are you
always
doing? I played New Slaves 18 times.
does it end with Black Skinhead?
Yeah, that's the finale.
He was telling you exactly who he was the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
You can make the argument that, like, as a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old for some of us, well, no, Reese is 30. Is
Oh.
Blake 30? No.
He's coming around. on it.
28.
Okay, no, you're fine. You've got your whole life ahead of you. Reese,
Those
maybe
years go quick, dude. Don't
Reese has
worry.
got 10 good years left.
Oh, at best, yeah.
Then we're
Hopefully
gonna
not
take him
more.
out back and-
Yeah, old yeller me. Yeah.
No, I would argue touch tunes, though. That currency is more valuable than like a Bitcoin to someone like me.
Oh,
like if you can
ruining
you ruin a bunch of people's night at a bar, there's nothing better,
yeah.
and they don't know who you are.
I used
way to find you
I used to live next to a bar that had a Touch Tunes, and I would just like get drunk in my room and just like take over the Touch Tunes.
There was Touch Tunes and back in the day, airdropping. When airdropping
Yes.
first started,
Yes.
because no one knew how to turn it off. So you just sit, and, like, it was never anything crazy, but it'd be like a crazy picture of like a squirrel doing like. I think I had like a cartoon one of a squirrel spreading its cheeks and its tail
yeah.
was in the air. And then I'd get into a public place like a Subway and I'd drop that for everyone. And then I wouldn't even order a sandwich. I'd just leave.
That's wholesome. I mean,
nice.
I had some dead squirrel photos, and one of them had an absolute set of fucking nuts on them. And so I would send that around occasionally via airdrop in my apartment gym because I was just like, this is. Because it's just a dead squirrel, and people are like, "Oh, what? This is weird." And then you see the set of nuts he has on him. Like, holy shit!
This guy's got something going. Just be on
Is
an
that bloating? Is he?
just be on an airplane, just like airdropping cartel videos.
Did you see this one? What about the one where he was in the hole?
That's timeless. When was it? When did you do that?
That was a few years back.
Yeah,
When you're a mile up in the air, that's maritime. You're out of jurisdiction.
I didn't know you could airdrop at that altitude.
And you can change your name. I'm pretty sure you can change your name of like who it's coming from.
Yeah.
Black.
Muhammad.
Yeah.
If they get an airdrop from Muhammad on a plane, they're gonna land it. Especially after like the last month. You got to read the fucking room nowadays.
For the past month, it seems like it's been all on us. It seems like it's been Army Black Hawk helicopters.
Well, it's all in the minorities, actually. If you want to,
Is it really? I don't know anything about it.
well, I mean, if you want to learn from our president, that's what he pretty much blamed it on. He was just
yeah.
like, it's all DEI's fault. That's why the planes are crashing,
let's
which
just
I don't
listen to the
agree with,
propaganda.
to clarify. But that's what he said was the problem.
That Delta one that like flipped is everyone the whole time they were like, oh, it's got to be a woman, and I was like, oh, let's see what happened. Then it came out it was a woman. I was like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, the worst is you have the stereotype in your head, and then you're right, and you're like, fuck.
Just verifies like, please be a white dude, please.
There's
God
There's
damn.
only a couple times where having the stereotype just accepted is nice. Last night at Sharks, there was a black cowboy. I was like, fun.
Unicorn. Yeah.
What was his name?
I can't remember. His wife had a very, it was very black, but also very
It was Darius Rucker.
Oh,
no.
he's not that black.
I said this dude had a big dick, Blake. Are you kidding? Hootie does not have a fucking dick. This dude was just, he was So, have you ever seen the hat where it's a chicken on it and it just says like cock somewhere on the hat with the chicken on it?
Yeah.
So he was wearing that. He was wearing a button-down like paisley shirt.
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh,
boots,
yeah. Committed.
And he was a big dude, like a bigger in between us and Gordo level, like big. So he was like on the fringe of it.
So he thought he was a cowboy.
No, he was a cowboy
Okay.
for sure. I talked to him for a little bit. I think he was from like the West area, like West Texas.
Was he by chance trying to make a Greyhound bus, or not because he's black? Because we have a similar story from Sharks, and we're just trying to figure out if he's still here.
If he's still around.
I mean, he's definitely still in Dallas. He did not make that bus.
There was an incident of a guy. He was the drunkest guy at the Sharks open mic, and his name was Andre. I assumed it was Andre, but it was Undrea.
So sadly, not the same guy, but
Not the same guy, but he got up on stage and fucking freaked out and did all this stuff, and he's just like, I'm just here getting drunk until I have to catch this Greyhound at 11:50. And then he told Reese that he had a gun at a certain point.
Well, he was signed up. He broke 6 months sobriety for that and was like, I'm fucked up.
It kept getting worse. We learned it was a relapse.
Yeah. He was 15th on the list, and after 2 people, he was like, fuck this, I'm going up there, and just like took the mic, did his set, danced or whatever, and he comes off like two comedians later, he's like, I'm gonna go back up there. I was like, I don't recommend you do that.
you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, and then he was like, oh, I'm good, I have a gun. I'm like, God damn it, dude. And then I go up on stage, like, you know, 7 comedians, and I'm talking shit because I thought he left. And he like walks on stage like is trying to take the mic, and I'm like, this guy has a gun. Like, I'm like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, dude.
Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah.
For Sharks, you can have it.
Yeah, like this is not what I want to do. Yeah.
But eventually we were outside smoking. We kind of just left him, and he was tossed out of the bar and was having like a manic episode. He's like, I'm so fucking drunk.
It got dark.
I can't believe I did this. I lost my phone. I'm going to miss this Greyhound bus. And it doesn't get much sadder than relapsing. But in addition, you're missing a Greyhound bus. I mean, that's worse than like getting your kid taken away in court.
Well, it was also like, it was like 12:30 in the morning, and his bus was supposed to go at like 11:45. He's like, I think I'm going to miss this bus. Like, I can guarantee you're going to miss this bus, dude.
And the thing is, you have to be pissed about missing a Greyhound. that's where your life is at. You're like, you missed a Greyhound bus and you're upset.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, darn it. That was my only mode of transportation. Looks like I'm just stuck here for the rest of my life.
Yeah, he was like, I got to get to Memphis.
Yeah, it wasn't even like he was going like down the street. It was a Greyhound bus.
Is that how they keep getting new homeless? You just miss one bus and then they give up?
Dude, yeah.
The Frankie's underground people, they're like, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? He's like, well, they get in here on a Greyhound bus trip and they come down here and get drunk, then they miss the bus. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he was like, this is a normal thing.
Just stop. Stop doing that to them. It seems like an over-serving thing.
I could see us missing a Greyhound bus, having too good of a time somewhere shitty.
Where are you guys going to?
Probably Galveston.
That would be such a fun road podcast.
Yeah.
Y'all get on a road, get on a Roadmules podcast and get on a bus on a Greyhound going down to
And
Galveston.
then we get to Galveston, just all of our equipment's gone. Like,
Well, we talked about
Reese has his head fucking shaved or something.
What happened? Dude, we don't even know.
We don't even know. We've talked about doing like a road trip to the Punxsutawney Phil ceremony. Yeah, a few weeks ago.
To go see that magical beaver. I think it's
Just put $1,000 on it.
yeah, we could.
Live odds. I'm
You guys are welcome to join too. We can honestly, a Greyhound wouldn't be a bad way to get there. I think right now it's me, Hank Gowdy, and Reese and Jackson Traeger. We're gonna go up there, gamble some money, and just get really excited about this beaver.
I got to now. I got to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that another Pennsylvania mayor kills one.
As long as I don't get stuck in a loop of listening to Cher for the rest of my life, I'll be fine. That would be my hell.
Well, I hate Cher, so we're good.
Same. No. It's my living hell is just listening to Cher's voice.
We're only playing Jimmy Buffett. That's probably the only thing we'll be
There you
playing.
go. Cheeseburger in Paradise.
12 hours.
Is it you that has a joke about Jimmy Buffett song?
No, but I did go and play pool one time with Danny McGow, and he
Always fun. Shout out Danny.
Yeah, shout out
Love
Danny.
Danny, yeah.
But we were doing karaoke as well, and he just went up there, and I guess you got 2 songs, and so he did Cheeseburger in Paradise, and he finished it, and the guy's like, what do you want next? He's like, just play it again.
Let it ride, baby.
And he had like a really good performance, but it was just funny where without skipping a beat, he's like, play it again.
You know what I want, baby. One time, me, him, and Jacob Marshall went to, I think it's Hoppenstang or something like that.
The Fort Worth one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do a karaoke night, and It was the one person that did the best was an Asian dude singing "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou's" Soggy Bottom Brothers, and I was just sitting there just basking in the glory because he was kind of nailing it.
That's awesome.
It was so much fun. You're like, really? This is the American dream. This is You come over and then you just become a huge George Clooney fan, and then one night you get drunk on a Wednesday. Hey, just fucking go wild.
We used to go after the Sharks mic on Thursdays. We would go over to Harwood Arms and do their karaoke mic, and we'd pay to skip the line to get in, and then we'd pay to skip the line to do karaoke. We'd do "Sex on Fire" by Kings of Leon,
and then I just do the ad libs.
He would just say every other word. But like we went up there one time, and like we get the mic like a minute early before the song started. He's like, "Act like you give a shit, you fucking," like it was amazing, and we crushed it.
Yeah, it's super cool until you realize you're performing for a bunch of college kids.
Yeah, I'm 30 years old with these fucking kids.
Singing "Sex on Fire," but it's worth it.
I've also done it alone. It's very sad. Yeah.
Even when you do it into the side of the shower and no one's there to watch, it's still sad.
I get home like, I gotta figure it out, dude.
There was one time my dad, as a joke, made his ringtone for my mom "Sex is on Fire."
Yeah.
And it never worked out once. He never had his ringer on ever. He wasn't that type of dude, except for one time during a parent-teacher conference where I was getting in trouble in 4th grade. My mom called him because she was late, and the teacher that really did not like me is sitting with me and my dad, and she's a bitch. And she's being a bitch to me and my dad while we're sitting there waiting for my mom. And then out of nowhere, "Whoa, you're sexy!" And then my dad grabs him and he's like, "What? What are you doing?"
I think it'd be funnier if it was the beginning where he's like, "Let's stay where you lay. Don't make a sound." Because you could kind of like let that one go for a minute. It's like, are you playing a song? I don't know what that is, but it's pretty intriguing.
What is this?
Like, let this one ride.
There's certain karaoke songs that like are intriguing, and "Sex on Fire" is one of them because you hear the initial, I guess, first few lyrics, and you're like, what is that? That sounds.
Yeah.
It's not Taylor Swift. That's not some shitty finance bro singing up there, Bob Dylan.
That
Me
guitar.
as an alt dude with a hat with no brim. Let's figure this out. Wow! Just
Phenomenal song. Shout out Kings of Leon.
shout out Kings of Leon.
Dude, it gets the people going.
And it's funny the type of people that always bring up Kings of Leon, because like 7 out of 10 times it's a dude in a fedora, but then it's just like some young person. You're like, you fucking know Kings of Leon? I only know it because my dad made me listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I played that on Guitar Hero 4, I think it was on there. "Sex on Fire" was a Guitar Hero song, and so that was where I got it.
Actually, I know you're right, because Kylie and I started going to this arcade down the road for date nights and stuff because it's cheap as hell.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And it's one of those ones that let you drink.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes those shitty ass arcade games a little more fun.
Yeah.
But we just sit on the Guitar Hero for like 2 hours, and that's one of the songs on there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've done it recently, but when you're a kid, just being able to do anything is so much easier. But I was getting carpal tunnel playing that game.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this, dude? Why am I doing
Yeah.
this? I feel like such a little bitch.
We would do that before the Addison or the Arlington Improv. Is that what we would do? And my hand would be like cramping up. I'm like, fuck, I'm old, dude. Yeah.
I put Slow Ride on like easy though. I was like, I need to build confidence here, not lose it.
He's always like, I need a win.
Yeah.
No, I can't even do that. I'm just like, put it on hard and let's go. And then I'm the guy in the arcade who's like, what the fuck? Who's making it? They're not even playing the guitar. That's the violin part. I'm just yelling at random things.
Yeah. Arcades are fun though. They're still cool. I haven't been on. There's one that's like Barcadia. I think I spilled an entire drink on the pool table there, and then I left. So I don't know if they're still open or not. That would seem like to be the prime draw to it all. But
it's definitely got its prime draw, because the first time we went into this place, we walk in and the first thing we see is they have whatever the Sunday night wrestling is on a projector in the back wall. I'm like, oh, they know their target audience very well. It's just a bunch of cargo short whites and just dumbasses.
Just getting pissed off.
Getting, like, actively cheering him on. You're like, no, I hate him. Fuck Logan Paul, because he came out in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, God.
And we were, like, at a certain point, she was playing video games and I started sitting down. I'm like, no, I'm becoming a fuck. The longer I sit here, the dumber I get.
Not to revisit the Greyhound thing, but
we're not done with that.
no, we're not done
It
with
was
that.
traumatizing. I
It's
had a
less of a
coworker there.
conspiracy, but like, have you ever noticed that you go past a Greyhound bus station and there's always like a McDonald's right next to it? I don't
Almost
think
McDonald's.
that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
That probably is where they make all their money.
Honestly, because they had just enough money for someone to come in and get like a large drink for $1.
Yeah.
or something.
Imagine having so
Small
much
fry.
great food in the McDonald's that you missed your Greyhound bus. Is that worse than a relapse?
That's such a weird, because it's always like half a block away from the Greyhound bus station.
Yeah.
And that Greyhound bus station is blaring classical music. So it's classical music way too loud and a bunch of homeless, and then like fucking week old oil from frying the fries from the shittiest McDonald's. It's just such a gross, and that's where I park because it's cheap.
Well, they play the classical music so you can't hear the gunshots.
Sales go down.
That's why they do that. I mean, sales are already down.
Who are we kidding? It's Greyhounds.
That might be one of those industries that's just like untouchable. I bet Greyhound will never go out of business.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we have cars, you still always have the poors.
Yeah.
They're always going to need a place to go.
Hey, you got to hold those people down. Otherwise, they'll rise up. It's like trying to drown your brother in the pool, you know? You keep him under so your mom doesn't hear.
Come on, we're having fun. Shut up.
Oh, he's unconscious.
No. I'll go buy you some candy. I'm sorry.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Do you have any brothers, Paxton, or siblings?
No, I have a younger sister.
Okay, so you guys didn't beat each other up or anything?
No, I was actually talking with this about my parents yesterday because she was 7 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
She was allowed to, or she would get away with hitting me, and I wasn't because I was a large person.
Yeah.
So like the one time I did, because we had a running joke with me and my mom, is like, I guess like the 500th time she hits me, I'm going to get one back in. And my mom's like,
Yeah.
At this point, it was to the point where I had to learn to just stop asking for permission and just ask for forgiveness at that point.
Yeah.
And then she did it one time, and I turned around and I smacked her with the back of my hand on like the outside of her knee.
Yeah.
Walloped into tears. And I was like, oh, okay.
Now you feel like an asshole.
Yeah. Now I'm a dick, but also you deserved that. Maybe you'll stop beating the shit out of me.
Yeah. Nothing like good old fighting with your siblings. I remember I punched my brother so hard in the face one time he had to go get his nose cauterized. That was a fun one.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, stop crying. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Tell mom you fell.
Just blood running down.
$300 later and a severe burn up his
What
nostril.
happened? He fell. You fell, right?
That's all you have to do. I guess Reese, you have all brothers, right?
I got two brothers, and I'm a middle child. I got in the only fight I've ever been in was my older brother, and it was over NBA Street 2. Oh, that wasn't that. He did punch me. Because I didn't know I didn't have any moves at the time. I was like 8. You know, I was like, the only thing I know how to do is like duck. You know,
Yeah.
So
It would have been crazy if you did have moves. You like dodged the punch and you yank him over. You're like, oh my god!
Just
Who showed
grapple
him the
with him?
drunken fist. Jesus Christ!
he did give me a black eye though, and I deserved it. But
Every bit of it.
Yeah, I didn't miss out on my fights because we still had locker room fights.
Oh, yeah.
Locker room
Yeah.
fights were always a thing. There was one every week.
it's
But-
team building. But yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up and did fat on fat violence, and I called my offensive line friend Nevers, shout out Boozy. I called him a hippo, and he just beat the shit out of me. Ripped my shirt in half, just fucking whamming on me. And then my friend Angelo, the bigger, like, you know that one friend that's just the most of an asshole to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're nice to you, you're like, something happened. He walked up and was like, are you okay? I was like, why aren't you hitting me in the nuts? Was that a lot worse of a fight than I thought? What? Usually you call me a faggot. Why are you being nuts?
Yeah, that's why I like guys. Like guys could just like duke it out, and then when it's over, it's over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it
it's
is
like,
over.
you
My
just-
brothers and I, we're best friends now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I tormented them.
Yeah.
That's what you do with a younger sibling.
Yeah.
That's a male.
I don't even think.
And if you don't have that, you go to a locker room and you take it on your fat friend, which is totally fine.
Fat on fat crime is bad.
Isn't that what everyone does nowadays? You see a fat person on a plane, you just take out all of your anger about traveling on them.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, look at them put in their fucking seatbelt extender, that fat piece of shit. They shouldn't even be allowed to fucking fly.
at the end of the day, you only really lost weight so you didn't look like that guy.
Exactly.
Someone asked me if I was fat phobic the other day. I'm like, no, I'm not fat phobic, but I don't believe they should be able to fly on planes. They're like, that's called being fat phobic. I'm like, yes, I am. Sorry.
I'm not fat phobic, but I'm smell phobic.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Once you start to smell, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shockingly, Greasy doesn't smell that bad.
No, really, never does. And I always give him a big hug.
Yeah, no, I always give him a hug too.
I love Greasy so much.
Yeah.
too.
He's the type of dude that, like, you find out early on he's like one of the cokeheads.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he offers you cocaine. You're like, aw, he likes me.
You're like, that's kind of cute. It's like one of your friends who like always says the N word, and you're like, it's cute when he does it. Like
Yeah,
it's not.
I mean, he could not say it, but we like it.
It's not okay for other people to say it, but when he does it, it's kind of cute.
He's ours, so he's our racist.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. My dad was in town this weekend, which was cool. And so I did what every white kid takes his dad to do. We went to the grassy knoll. But we've been there like so many times. And he was like, yeah, instead of the grassy knoll, we should call it the grassy hole. And I was like, that was a lame dad joke. But we had like a crackhead giving us a tour. Because they have like those conspiracy guys. And like we've been there a few times. So we wanted to like really like, sink our teeth into the experience. And this guy was like, he had 3 teardrops. He was slurring his words and stuff. And as he's going through the tour, at one point, he's like, I'm sorry, fellows, I got to take a leak. And so he just goes into the bushes and just pisses on the World War II memorial, like on the grassy knoll. And we just laughed. But we're like, what the?
It's
I
like
thought you were going to
11
say he
a.m.
was just going to stop and just pull his dick out there.
He maybe took 4 steps. Like, he might as well have done that.
It was disrespectful and still in our walking path.
Yeah.
We want to do a live from the grassy knoll pod. I think
That's
it'd
like
be fun.
that's our goal moving
That's our Super Bowl.
forward
Yeah.
is like to do a special called Live at the Grassy Knoll.
That would be so fun. I remember you talking about
Yeah.
bringing up because you saying that guy is like a regular around there.
So
like he's
that
always
guy is
around
a
the grassy
different
knoll?
one. There's a guy there who's like far more legitimate. He has like a self.
He's verified. He pays the $8 a month.
But this guy's a real life entrepreneur. If you want to get down to it, he's got like a whole pamphlet, an additional pamphlet that he sells, and he just goes in on it. And so we'd probably tip him like $50 to come on. Which probably wouldn't be enough. He'd probably completely take over the show and call us both honkies, but teach their own. But that's the guy that we want. And then we would probably just have some other people, because there's a lot of, we would have questions about the grassy knoll, like how many people get hit annually in Dealey Plaza trying to take pictures on the X's. Like, because that is a real problem.
Get hit like by the cars.
Yeah, because there's the light up at the top, and then there are people running out to take a picture. I've never seen people so happy to take a picture where someone died. It's like husband, wife, entire family.
It's grassy knoll, the bottom of Niagara Falls.
Yeah, it's like that picture for some people is like bigger than their family trip to the Bahamas. Like, they're like, hold on, kids, get over on that X. That's where a president died. Smile.
That's the one that's on their mantle.
It's just, I love that place. I think it's mainly because I'm from Virginia, and so I've known politics, and you go there, and you're like, this is really where a crime happened. And then you go through Dealey Plaza, and at the end, it's just jails, bail bond offices, and liquor stores. And you're like, this is awesome.
This is politics.
And a Greyhound stop. I remember I took my friends there, and the first thing they said, they're like, that's actually not that hard of a shot,
You've been practicing at home?
What,
Who the fuck kind of first thing to say is
Yeah, I
that?
know. I was like, you're a crazy person.
what,
You're
from
not
the
wrong.
knoll or the...
They looked at the building. They were like, oh, it's actually an easier shot than I thought. Like, changed my entire life view.
Yeah,
We go check out the book depository? No. No, we can't. Just fucking guess. Guess what it's like.
when you eavesdrop there, though, too, you see like these white dads with their families. This is everything to them, and they're just completely getting like the whole story wrong. They're like, yeah, right across the street there was where Jack Ruby was shot, and it's like, no, that was like a mile away. What are you talking about?
And listening to the faint while they're walking off, you're like, I can do it.
Yeah. Your wife's not even going to sleep with you just because you said that. That's not going to happen. But yeah, that's our goal moving forward. We're going to try to get like a whole group of people to like, we'll have times. And just like you come down, you get on, you share your favorite conspiracy, or you like, I don't know, you throw a rock at one of the crackheads. Whatever you want. That'd be fun. Rocks for sale, and you just chuck one of the guy who's
Get Cam Patterson to come down.
Yeah. All right, Cam, stand over here.
You should do that after they release the files.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he already released the files, and the Palestinians did it, I think. No, they didn't do it, and I have no opinion on that war. That was supposed to be a joke.
Here's the thing. You don't even have to have opinions if you don't know anything about it.
Yeah. What war?
Blissfully ignorant.
The only thing that we know about is the drones, and we are scared of the drones, and that's the only opinion I have, is that drones are terrifying.
Like those ones that went over New Jersey that can't be anything other than government stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to someone to talk about it, and they said, you're like, you're the United States government. You have all of the money at your disposal you really want to, and the best you're going to give me is we're looking into it. No, it's like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think we take matters into our own hands. You know, the Ukraine, we gave them all that money, and now they're selling off weapons. I think we can get like a ground-to-air missile, and we can just start shooting them down ourselves, but we'll buy it from Zelensky. That's the circle of life, right?
I think we should start sending texts to Ukraine, like fake third-party lenders. They're like, hey, we're coming to get this money from y'all.
Yeah. He wouldn't respond.
Wasn't Zelensky like a musician at some point or
Yeah,
something?
he was
He's
a
got like
comedian.
He's an
He was a
actor.
comedian,
He was
yeah.
a comedian. Yeah,
He
yeah.
played. He used to play the piano with his dick.
Yeah,
That is that.
Yeah.
If we can look that up, I don't know if that's actually like a thing, but that might be.
I think he did. Yeah.
They probably have taken it down because he's a hero. But
Well, that's like the conspiracy of like he's like an actual like CIA like puppet.
Right.
Like our government put him in there so that they can launder.
Blake,
And
wasn't that how you got into the military, playing your penis on piano?
Why is
Oh god,
So Blake, you're gonna have to do some blurring.
Jesus Christ!
is this YouTube?
Alexis gets a D from stepson? Dude, that was
This is Bing. It's so not even a warning on Bing.
Oh,
Bing does
God.
not give you. We typed in one thing. It was so fast for
Well, you
porn.
spelled Zelensky wrong.
not even
jackass.
close. Not even close.
Yeah, that's surely why it came up with all.
Yeah, it was
what have you
definitely
been
not me
watching?
misspelling Zelensky. It was me. The preface to that piano with penis.
Bald, hairy, pussy piano teacher.
I will be honest, I didn't think that was all going to be porn. I was like, surely there's a video of this.
Surely there's one. There's Freddie Mercury playing the piano. He took off all of his clothes but his hat.
Well, you can't take off the hat if your hair's not tied up. I don't know.
Why is he?
That was a mess.
Why is he arching his back?
Oh,
on
look
the
at that
piano?
one. That's a.
God
Oh,
damn, that's a
geez.
dong. Holy shit. Oh my God. That's past the point of being gay. We're like, wow. Like, you want to salute it?
At some point, you're like, I respect you.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, I'm definitely not using Bing. That's for sure. One typo, and you just get all this gay porn.
So much porn. Oh my God, Blake.
Yeah.
Is this your account?
Yeah, it's my account on my computer.
These are your suggestions? Yeah.
This is why I watch porn in here.
I think I know that girl.
What? Which one?
That one on the right.
The left.
This one?
Yeah.
Look at that's the type of girl that I find at the bars.
Brittany, is that you?
This is a weekend that doesn't have the kids.
Well, maybe we just like pull
Get
up
off the
drone
stage.
footage or something. I don't know. Let's pull up something manly after all that gay porn.
5 minutes 39 seconds must be nice.
Lucky bitch. Was 4 minutes foreplay, you asshole.
He was not doing cocaine.
Drones over New Jersey. I think there was another plane thing that happened today, but I think the plane was going to like New Delhi. So who gives a shit?
Doing the Lord's work.
I don't know if it was a crash or not, but
that just saved DFW like another round of Indian people coming
yeah,
in.
pretty
have,
much.
have you seen that they're talking about that asteroid that in like 2032 is like
Yeah.
3% chance going to hit India? And everyone's like, do it, dude. I don't give a fuck.
If an asteroid hits, I'm going to like the epicenter of it, and I'm just gonna like take one. Like it's the same thing if like a nuke is launched. I'm gonna be like, all right, well, I gotta get a flight to New York.
I'm not going to see what the fucking Mad Max times look like. I'll just die.
No,
Get me out of here, dude.
I am. We're all too stimulated to survive the apocalypse. That's our children's problem.
Right. I'm doing uppers and downers at the same time and lining up the perfect middle.
Oh, this is a fun one. It's an opinion post, but an Iranian drone lands in Queens. That must have been. It's coming to America 3.
The Wall Street Journal has to verify our device, but we just got the porn in a click. What the fuck is wrong with this country? God. Ukrainian forces down the deadly Shahed 136, which is headed for display in Washington. This is in
Pretty sure that was my Uber Eats driver.
Shahed 136, dude. That's a stage name, dude. You're not even.
where's the rest of the fucking article?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to fucking.
Yeah, you gotta have a
paywall,
subscription.
yeah.
It's fucking lame.
Do we get to watch the video? Past
Just
the
an
advertising?
ad. Just an ad. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, no. I don't know. It's always hard to transition from all that cock. I mean,
Well, we started talking about sports, and now we're like, let's look at these fucking drones in Iran here.
yeah. No, but we were. There's a lot of stuff like within the Ukraine of the drone footage, and they're just like actually like I think they're operated by AI or people, but they can just mow down people, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like the scariest thing that's happening right now. Everyone's like, oh, Russia this, Russia that. I'm like, there are a lot of drones that we can't even account for.
Right.
We might be fucked.
Yeah. And like the ones that went over New Jersey that we were looking at right now, they were the size of cars.
They're big.
Like,
They're
were
huge. Yeah.
I haven't actually seen a picture of one.
Yeah.
I saw a picture at one point, and it looked like they took the body of a fucking CRV and like put that on propellers or whatever. I gotta see if I can find videos.
A lot of people saw that and they were like, maybe it's the government. Like, obviously it's the government. There's no such.
Yeah, and they're not trying to figure out what it is at all.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the government. They don't want us to know.
Well, I think Trump was like, oh, like we're gonna have full transparency and stuff on it, and then he's like, yeah, they're government drones.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? A drone? Welcome to the New Jersey suburbs, where big, mysterious flying machines appear over our heads at night. All we know.
It's synonymous with New Jersey to just have a dumb lady. Just big, scary looking things in the sky tonight.
Chris Christie's wife is doing the.
Oh, shit. Did we lose sound?
Yeah, this adds up.
She looks upset.
Senior personal tech columnist. Is that self-employed?
Just nuts. They've been going in different directions.
Look at that fucking
What are
nose.
these aircraft?
That's.
Continues to
Oh, okay.
be
I thought that was a plane for sure for a second.
Federal officials are investigating and say they don't pose a credible threat. But
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey?
Oh, hell yeah.
Is that right? That's right.
No clue. Well,
I don't know what's going on.
You would think that they would have a better answer for that. You know?
you had to lean forward for that? Like, put a leg out of your chair.
Why don't
are
you-
sitting crisscrossed, you dick?
Well, the classic response in politics is you say no and then you gaslight him. He just said no. Like,
No response. Just
you got to be like, how about you go back to Texas, you fucking simpleton? You don't know a fucking thing. Why don't you go fuck your horse or something? Yeah, it's sketchy. That's for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
and then this from a Pentagon spokeswoman.
At this time, we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary.
So no, we don't know.
Because they're from y'all.
It's like the press person for the Biden administration where they would be like, Joe Biden fell off his bike this weekend. He didn't look very good. And they're like, the president's fine. And you're being disrespectful by asking that question.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Yeah.
There was I got to go see Bill Burr on his last tour that he was doing, and he had this joke where he's like, it's so fucking ridiculous that right now you can only make fun of people with dementia if they're the president. He fell off his bike. What a fucking idiot.
That was the funniest video of probably the decade.
It was so
It was
good.
like in slow motion too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Or the stairs.
And that
the
has
stairs were
The
fun.
stairs, the plane you're talking about? Yeah.
See,
it was
this
fun.
has like nothing to do with his policies either. This
No.
is just like good old. It's like watching a good mood dang video on Instagram. You're just like, there's no agenda here. It's just an old man falling off his bike, and he's the most powerful person in the world.
He's got more nuclear warheads than anyone else.
You're like, oh look, that's sweet. He fell, and
Oh, look at Grandpa.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure the drones will get worse.
Oh, for sure. The expression is it'll get worse before it gets better, and it's just going to get worse.
there's no better.
Can I
There's
get one
no
more of
better at
these
this
if there is one?
yeah, especially with all the shit in Ukraine, like getting even worse now. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Is it still worse? I completely forgot it
Well,
was
now
happening.
it's like Trump's like in collusion with Russia, trying to get the war to end, and Zelensky's like,
Well, they're cutting Zelensky out because Zelensky technically no longer is the president of the Ukraine. Like, he's past his term limit.
Really?
Did he bomb a set? Is that what happened?
He's bombed a lot of sets. I think he bombed pretty hard with Lex Freeman, and he's like, fuck it, we're going to Putin. You have to bomb hard for someone to go speak to a dictator. But I think that's like the whole dilemma that's going on right now, at least to my understanding, is that he has overstayed his term as like the president of the Ukraine or whatever it is, prime minister. And so they're trying to get someone else in, and then they'll deal with whoever is next in. But like, he's like, I'm not dealing with Zelensky.
Right.
Which is fine, you know. I mean, I'm not a politician, but At least we're not giving them money anymore because all those guns are going to the cartels.
Yeah, that's what we need. So, like, what cartels are getting them? Because I like to plead blissfully ignorant to everything.
Yeah.
So, what cartels are getting the guns now? Like the Mexican cartels, or
Yeah, like the Mexican cartel, South America.
Cool.
Those
Are
sorts
there
of
other
things.
cartels? I just thought the Mexican cartel.
I mean,
I kind of think any organized crime is a cartel if you want it, or a mob
Yeah.
if you want. Like,
Yeah.
it could be the Mexican mob.
the Mexican president, I believe she's a woman, which is great.
She's a
good
Jew.
for them.
She's
Good
a
for
Jew.
Mexico.
She's a. Well, no, that may be Argentina.
Yeah.
Anyways,
though,
Fucking Hitler would be pissed.
they're doing,
Was it you that was talking about, like, there's actual evidence that Hitler went there? I mean, now there's not.
yeah. But she said something. They're like suing the United States over like the amount of guns that have been produced here, and then they'll sell them to other countries, and then other countries will sell them to various other places.
Nice.
And so that seems to be the thing. I have no sources for that, but you can do your own research.
That's also.
I've got no sources. I'm not legitimate. I have what do I have? A bachelor's degree. That's it. But
Yeah, never listen to me. That's why this is upside down. So you know from the very
we make
beginning.
claims on our pod all the time, just like blissfully ignorant of like it's not even close to being accurate. We'll
I
watch it
fucked
back,
up
like,
on facts so hard. I was trying to like throw out a number the other week, and I said 500 million, and I was like 400 million off. And I was like, I'm such a fucking retard.
You said it so confidently too.
I did that with do y'all know who Gerard Depardieu is?
I don't think so.
He's just some actor from Canada, but I was like giving him all. It's like I thought he was a politician.
Yeah.
We were talking shit about him, and it was like this fucking Canadian politician. And then I looked it up after the fact. He's like, oh, he's just an actor. He's just like a fat Gary Busey from Canada.
That's fun of getting pissed off at actors, though. We should do more of that. Remember how angry everyone was at Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, and
We
then-
should have been mad at him like 20 years ago. He was a piece of shit. And then when he shot someone, everyone's like, oh, fuck him.
This guy. But no, 30 Rock is just funny enough to where it's okay.
Yeah, apparently so.
He gave us Tracy Morgan, so now everyone's
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? Now as I said that, okay, I'm cool with Tracy Morgan.
Yeah. You shoot one
That's a good
person,
trade.
you know. Yeah.
We should, I think they should cast Alec Baldwin in like the movie Against the Drones, because that'll come out at some point, and then he just uses the gun from Rust. Yeah. And just like shoots down every single drone in the country. It's like the Terminator, but with Alec Baldwin, and he's like 70. I don't know. I'm
he
bad
just
at
thinks they're all. He just thinks they're all blanks. He's just like, oh shit.
He's surprised every time he shoots one down. That had to have been, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall at the Rust set. Imagine like
man.
how crazy that would have been, just sitting there. You're all set. You're like, okay, and scene.
Well, that was loud.
Yeah.
There was a point in that set though. He probably shot someone. I was like, all right, you got snacks here or what? Like,
Yeah,
Craft services.
you know, of all actors to shoot somebody, it had to be that guy. The biggest asshole. Like it could have been Keanu Reeves.
yeah, exactly.
Kevin
don't need any
Spacey
more
would have been
John
another good one. We just further bury him. That would be funny. He gets cast on Rust to like get back after the whole Me Too movement, and then he just shoots someone on the Rust set.
Well, he's coming back. What happened? Well, he did a lot of bad things with a lot of young people.
Well, it was all boys, right? Or dudes.
Yeah.
It was, and then he came out as gay, and that was his way of like being.
Yeah. He was like, no, I'm actually. You imagine that call with your lawyer though. Be like, we just got over this, but also at the same time, you just fucking shot somebody. You know.
God damn it, you're a PR nightmare.
Meanwhile, George Zimmerman's outside of the studio. He's like, "You got talent, dude. You want a job?" I'm gonna tie everything back to Neighborhood Watch. Yeah,
was wearing a hoodie.
yeah, yeah.
The fucking tech, the PA tech.
So does Neighborhood? Can we look up if Neighborhood Watch gets paid?
I've actually never heard of
There's no
Neighborhood
way.
Watch. I didn't know.
Yeah. I'm very jealous of your setup. That's the one thing that we're lacking, is the ability to like look up stuff on a consistent basis, and that would be a game changer for
It
us.
took us like 20 episodes to kind of figure it out.
Yeah,
but
that sounds about right. I mean,
You can see I'm
nailed
not
that
doing
one.
that.
Yeah,
well,
you nailed that one.
you know what? You might just want to take the degree off the wall.
Yeah, I cheated a lot. And here's the thing: I taught other people how to cheat. That was the problem.
What
Test
school
bank
is that?
fine.
Tarleton.
TSU,
Tarleton?
baby.
Where is that?
Did you play football there?
No, I thought about walking
Stephenville,
on,
right?
but yeah, I
Yeah.
was still fat when I was like, even when I thought about walking on, I was still fat, and I'm like, I'm not going to be an offensive lineman again. I didn't quit just to go straight back.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the 2 finger tickles did some help, and then I lost like 80 pounds.
Wait, what?
Two finger tickles. What is that? Is that a code for Ozempic?
No, it's a code for bulimia.
Oh.
I was thinking your asshole. That's what I was like.
No, these two down there. That's how you get really good at fingering girls, too. It's the same motion.
I've been thinking about becoming bulimic. I feel like it would be kind of fun to just be like, hold on, that was a great meal. I got to hit the bathroom. And then you just throw up in the urinal.
Let me hit the rewind on that.
You're in the Nobu stall.
That's, the two finger tickle is why you learn to love Mad Dog 2020, because at least it tastes the same going down as it does coming up. It always tastes worse, and you're like, oh, that's pleasantly the same.
Law
Still tastes like blue.
Often support a group's efforts. Usually the local sheriff's office or police department does not have the funding to support anything beyond the salary.
They're just doing it for the love of the game, then.
Well, yeah, they did funded the police too, so all that funding probably went to Neighborhood Watch.
Oh, we need to. Okay, I gotcha. So you saying that camera's having issues over there?
We're an hour 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just going off this one down here because I didn't start it until I guess 40 minutes in. But I guess that's a good place to stop because this camera's having a couple problems.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if y'all will go ahead and plug up your social media one more time and where they can find y'all in the podcast, and if you've got any shows coming up.
Yeah, what the fuck is our podcast handle?
It's I think it's just Roadmules Pod. So just road like the street, and then mules like the mule, and then pod like the pod.
That was
I
great.
feel like I could have explained that better, but that's
Nailed it.
if you fuck that up, then
It's on you.
don't follow us.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Henry Schroeder _ then what's your?
Reese J7, Reese like the candy.
And then shows I have coming up. I think I'm doing an opening spot 20th at Reno's, but no one's going to come to that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no one normal. So
Yeah.
You're going to have a fun crowd of people wearing homemade jorts.
pretty much, or they're sleeping in their homes, which are their cars.
I was going to say the ground right outside.
That too.
They pick up their jacket, they put it on because that was their pillow, and they walk right into Reno's for the show.
I always wonder how many people have overdosed outside of that bar. I'm like, does it happen often?
A lot. I think that's why that barbed wire is up right there in that little
Yeah, dude, on the side. Yeah.
Because I was looking at it, I'm like, that does look a little more comfortable than this.
Yeah.
Looks like the perfect place to do it. But yeah, thanks for having us on, dude.
Of course.
this is
Thanks for
fun,
coming
man.
out, guys.
Thanks, Paxton.
And we can't wait to have you in the future. And hopefully we get this radio thing going at some point. We need to sit down and talk about that, but that gives us more avenues to come on and do stuff like that and
Nice.
stuff with y'all. And I think we do a combo dingbat road mules down to Greyhound and Galveston.
Dude.
Yeah.
I actually really want to do that.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a fun little summer thing
Yeah.
to do.
Until we have all of our equipment gone. But yeah,
I'll be in a suit and tie.
I'm going to have a taser or something.
We're going to make Blake sit in
gun.
one chair just holding everything.
Yeah.
All right. And y'all can follow me at pbailey_comedy and Dingbat District Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Follow us on or subscribe to the YouTube. We have a new episode release every Tuesday and new clips every single day. Other than that, thanks for coming back to watch a new episode. Bye.